Yes, good evening to all our wonderful viewers all over the world, and welcome to today's edition of Nigeria Diaspora Movement. My name is Prince Ewemade Konkons. Our topic for today is who are the individuals attempting to dismantle the Labour Party Nigeria? We've been having quite a lot of incident, or probably I should call it breaking news upon breaking news happenings in within the Labour Party Nigeria. There has been incident of people calling for the national chairman of Labour Party, Barrister Julius Abori, to resign. There has been also incident of the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) attempting to take over the leadership of Labour Party. Then also, I read from somewhere I read that the Obedient movement, the Edo State chapter in Nigeria, are disassociating themselves from the flag bearer of the Labour Party for the coming up for the coming incoming or the upcoming governorship election in Edo State. Yes, these are all distraction, because there are some people somewhere or some persons somewhere who are hell-bent on destroying the very foundation of Labour Party that we, the old members of Labour Party, have suffered and labored to build. I was very privileged to certain information about those who are vouched to destroy the Labour Party, and those who also said over their dead body, Labour Party would never be able to take over the leadership of Edo State, the government of Edo State, come 2024, September 2024. Who are these people? We are, according to the constitution of Labour Party, we know that yes, some of the members of the Labour NLC and TUC, they were fusing into the Labour Party, as a political party. However, that does not give Labour Party and the National Labour Congress of Nigeria (NLC) the power to seize or take over the leadership of the party. A lot of persons have sacrificed over the years to ensure that Labour Party remains the party for the masses, the party for the less privileged, and the parties for the artisan, the mechanic, and those the downtrodden in this society. I am going to be joined here in the studio with a guest, but I'm waiting for him to join us. But before he comes in, we're going to continue with our interactive section. You that is watching this program from wherever, you're also part of this program. So I want you to also send in your comments during the program section. Yes, Barrister Julius Abori is the national chairman of Labour Party. Barrister Julius Abori is just one individual. And we, the members of the Labour Party, or the founding fathers of the Labour Party, should not be seen as adding fuel to this fire. Labour Party belongs to everybody, belongs to the less privileged, the downtrodden, the artisans. And as a matter of fact, we should not, because of Barrister Julius Abori, bring down the entire party. Barrister Julius Abori is just one individual. Yes, he's the national chairman, and he has a tenure, he has a limit to his tenure, to his time in office. So whatever that is going on in the Labour Party today, we should all come back to our senses. We should all think about tomorrow, that when Barrister Julius Abori is gone, Labour Party will remain. Before Barrister Julius Abori, there was Labour Party. After his tenure, there will always be Labour Party. So we shouldn't join forces with evil, with the outsiders, or the evildoers, or the those who does not mean well for Labour Party, to bring Labour Party down, all because of Barrister Julius Abori. Labour Party is our home. For me, that's the only political party that I have ever joined in my life, and I'm not going to leave it for anybody, even though I reside in the diaspora. I am a full-fledged breed Labour Party. I believe so much in the ideology of Labour Party. That's why I decided to join Labour Party when I joined the party decades ago. So I think my brother is here in the studio. Let me just bring him to introduce himself before I continue with my the discourse for today. Hello, Chief
Hello,
Daniel. Chief Daniel, Dr. Daniel Matthew.
hello.
Uh,
How are you?
how are
Can
you,
you
sir?
hear me?
I'm good. I can hear you.
Good, good, good.
You're looking like one of those chief from Badagry. I
Well,
love your I love your attires, bro.
I'm very honored. Thank you very much.
How are you today, sir?
I'm very well. Thank you for giving me the privilege to come on your show once again and talk about the current affairs and the political drama that we are witnessing at the moment.
Yeah, it is always my pleasure to have you here in the studio. Who are those
And
individuals attempting to dismantle the Labour Party, in your own opinion, brother?
you see, we can look at things from a very critical perspective way. And wherever there is a smoke, there must be a fire. We can use the excuse that there are some external forces trying to destroy the party, or we can be critical and say there are some internal elements who are not allowing the party to also grow based on their actions and their behavior. It's easy to say we have external elements, the APC, the Papa people are the instrumental people behind any problem Labour Party have internally or externally. That would be that would be really, really limiting and as well not being critical and honest person. But let me just take a step back. If we look at Labour Party critically and say after the election of 2023, February 23rd, I believe, every election that has been about Labour Party without PO hands in it, Labour Party has failed to organize or fight properly or win the election. If we take Lagos State, for instance, after the general election, Lagos State was a winnable state. But we forget about the drama that happened. We lost. And if we look critically at inside, we see how we lost. Look at the three gubernatorial elections: Bayelsa, Kogi State, Imo State. What happened? The House of Rep and everything that happened before then, what happened? We lost because there was no PO there, and Labour Party are now supposed to be responsible to deliver. First of all, let's look at Bayelsa State. Bayelsa State was a competitive state. Yeah, we could have won. But what happened? The Labour Party, according to the candidate, not my words, he said that Labour Party officials collected 100 million from the opposition. They sent 50 million to Abure, and they kept 59 share with her themselves. Never denied, never questioned, never investigated. What happened in Kogi State? Kogi State was functional and a winnable state because the current governor was an APC, wasn't really liked, was probably under indictment now. But Labour Party didn't support the candidate adequately as they should. There's not enough just going there to flag off the campaign. There's no strategy, no plan. They left everything to the campaign. What happened in Imo State? In Imo State, where Opposite was weak, what did we do? A popular, young, vibrant, obedient Labour Party person was rigged out by the official because they gave it to one armed general who gave $300. That's a fact to each of the delegates and more money to the ESCO, the official ESCO at the top, and promise extra $300 if they win. And they gave the ticket to a unpopular person who is not able to campaign, whom already been accused that I took 1 billion naira from Opuzodima. Labour Party lost and come to Edo State. The general perception was, and still remains, that it's Edo Central town. I'm an Edo Central person, fair and innocent man. APC did the right thing. Even when Oshomola Adamochola wanted to impose a candidate who is the godfather of APC in Edo State, the party structure itself said, no, the right thing to do here is to get an ASAM person. They go and ace a person. PDP did the same thing. Even when Chaibu, a sitting deputy governor, wants to run, who is from Edo North, and they did the right thing. They said, no, it's an Edo Central. Although it's not a legal thing, but it's a gentleman understanding and a gentleman agreement that we should rotate for the power to share. So for that reason, they did the right thing. But what did Labour do? We know that it was dollarized. We know Barrister Abure, the organizing secretary, sold out that ticket to the highest bidder. I have nothing personal against Akpata. Akpata is a wonderful person. I've met him. He's a decent, honorable human being. Very kind, very respectful, very humble. But this is not about Akpata. Akpata played the game the Labour Party played before the primary, and he won. He won based on that. He won based on money gain. He won based, not based on value or integrity, not based on the expectation and assumption of the people. He won by the game of Labour Party under the Barrister Abure. So it's easy. Now, in Asian land, the whole idea of Labour Party is dead. In Imo State, the whole idea of Labour Party is dead. In Bayelsa State, dead. In Kogi, dead. Under Barrister Abure. Now, in Asian land, I can assure you, Abure cannot go freely into Edo Central to campaign or talk about Labour Party anymore if it's not going to be stoned. And what happened? It was common knowledge. Even during the primary, do you know Mr. Kenemasa is in court? Because even the delegate list, there are so many fictitious names, according to Kenemasa said in his word, not me. They are not even recognized. None of even the local government ward chairman knows most of this. All the delegate lists they submitted were thrown out. That was at the direction of Abure or the party. Now, we can keep blaming external forces that they're trying to destroy the party. But we also have to look internally and say, no, self-destruction is the main architect. Now, my own humble opinion, in a situation where there's a management problem, where there's crisis, that's always involving and governing the leader, the best thing that leader should is to step aside and allow situation to resolve and then progress. But the moment you refuse to say, you're trying to impose yourself on the party, you're trying to be a dictator. Like they're trying to organize a convention. Look at what was the basis of the convention. Anybody who has joined Labour Party that's less than 2 years cannot be part of it. That means all obedient are out of it, including Peter Obi himself, cannot be part of that convention. For me, that's not democratic. That's somebody who's trying to retain a position fraudulently. And all the same people who have brought this calamity to us are trying to protect their interests, not the development of the party. They're not trying to grow the party. They're not trying to develop the party. They're trying to protect their interests over the interest and the growth of the party. For me, for that reason and that reason only, Abure must go. If you really, truly care about the party, he should do the honorable thing. And the honorable thing Abure needs to do now is to organize a proper convention. A proper convention that would now spur up a new generation of leaders that will take the party to a new phase. If we are afraid that, if they organize a proper convention, a leader might emerge that may not meet the stereotype or that might be sponsored by a third party, then it means underneath the term of Abure, he has not bred leaders. He has not managed leaders that could step in his shoe. And he feels is the Jesus Christ, the savior of the party. And that itself is also show lack of leadership or management. At this stage, Abure must be able to say, 1, 2, 3 people can step in my shoes. And they can take this take this party further. If you cannot do that, then it's been a terrible leader. If you cannot find somebody that can step in his shoes, that he can single-handedly support. Abure is not the messiah of Labour Party. Abure has failed the party woefully. I saw a video that was glorifying the times under Abure where he has had 37, blah, blah, blah. Abure didn't do none of that. On the general election, those who won those elections, few of them even campaigned. They won on the back of Peter Obi. And who should take credit for Peter Obi is Patrick Toomey. But Toomey is the one that brought Peter Obi to Labour Party and stepped aside for Peter Obi to take the position or the nomination for the presidency. That was Patrick Toomey. The responsibility part of Labour Party, and including the national chairman, say Abure, was to organize, delegate, poll watchers and everything. They even failed to do that. Many of the vacant positions that you have so many House of Reps, Senate positions across the country, they could not even find even one credible person to fill. There's so many vacant positions. Polling agents, over 45,000 polling agents were not, over 45,000 polling stations were not manned.
Police station,
Even
yeah.
some of those polling agents that they were able to pull about on Thursday before election. That was when they start asking for polling agent and their account number. Many of those polling agents that we had have not been paid. I've met many of them. That's under Abure. That is Abure's story. Abure's story is calamity and failure. He's unable to organize. He's unable to plan. He's always doing things from the position of scheming. Abure is from Esa and Uromi man like myself. But an honest Uromi man, an honest Esa man must be honest to say Abure failed Esa land and he has failed Labour Party and he should step aside. It's within his power to make this remedy. Some people are saying, so I had some other people say Abure wasn't in control of the primary. Thereafter, who organized the arrest? After his arrest, he saw what happened. He knew how the primary was organized. He knew how the delegate names were being manipulated. Abure, as the national chairman, could have stepped up and said, no, this will not stand. This is wrong. As such, let's do the righteous thing. But he did not do that. He cannot come to us and say, let's get along. Let's just go. Oh, it's happened. Let's forget it. Then that would be wrong because that's not obedience. Let's not forget. Obi left PDP for the same reason. When it's time for the southern person to provide the presidency, Atiku threw weight and his money and his power to secure the ticket of PDP over the interest of the national interest of having a collective and a sharing government, a rotational government in a gentleman agreement whereby power can be shared. Atiku threw his weight. People like Obi have the common sense to say, no, we're not going to stand for this. This is wrong. He left PDP. He joined a minor party called Labour Party that many people have not heard of. Majority of us follow Peter Obi to Labour Party, we believe in the righteous indignation that happened with Atiku stealing the ticket. And we believe in justice and fairness. Fairness above all things. Fairness is important. Now, Peter Obi cannot come after walking away from PDP, saying it's not right, it's not fair, it's not righteous, for after 8 years of Buhari, a northern man, a northern Fulani man, then we have another 8 years of another northern Fulani man. That is wrong. So we should not stand. He left. Now, Abure under his watch, who was the national chairman when Peter Obi left PDP to join APC, can he now come and tell Esan people or tell people in general of Edo State that, oh, after 8 years of Obasaki, of Edo South man, then we should now allow his cousin, don't forget, Olumide Akpata is first cousin to Obasaki, from the same Oredo local government, to now rule again for another 8 years. And we, all Labour Party people, include most especially Esan people, should endorse that. That would be the height of foolishness and mockery and insult to intelligence. Peter Obi cannot stand for that. And I'm saying it now. If Peter Obi were to come and campaign in Esan land, it would be shocked for Akpata. Not because Akpata is a bad person. Akpata is a wonderful human being. But you cannot beat a child and expect that child not to cry. You cannot steal their mandate or rob them their opportunity to produce a governor and expect them to dance to your tune. That would be a shame and a calamity. No Esa man will stand for that.
Thank you. Let me come in there. Thank you so much. You still have plenty of time to express your feelings and opinion. For me, I am not looking at the those who are contesting under the platform of Labour Party. Before everyone that came into Labour Party, there was a party called Labour Party. That party has been in existence. We have indeed in the past produced a governor, a person of Mimiko, who I met when I was when I served under the Adams Ali Oshomole administration. I personally went to Ondo State. I met with the governor of Ondo State, Mimiko. Under him, Labour Party were also, people know Labour Party because of Mimiko, because of the great work he did. Abure is just one individual, and Abure has a time limit in office. Looking at all the shenanigan that is going on around the party today, do you honestly, in your heart of heart, believe that it's what bringing down the roof of Labour Party, all because of Barrister Julius Abure? That's my
That's a
question.
wrong phrase. No, that's a wrong phraseology, and that's a wrong question. That question is a setup to assume that whoever criticizes Abure is because you belong to a camp of those who don't like
No, no,
Abure
no,
or
no,
who's
no, no.
trying.
I'm not
No, no,
asking.
hold on.
I'm
Let me
not
finish.
asking.
Let me finish. No, no. It's all your question. The way you phrase the question is a presumption that uh, saying Abure should go is trying to burn down the roof. No, we are the house. Actually, we're trying to save the house from Abure destroying it completely. We're trying to save the house from the manipulation and the destruction of this house by Abure and his current cohort of the ESCO. And if we do not get rid of Abure and the current cohort, they will burn down the house. Don't forget, Edo State is the bedrock of Labour Party. Not at this time when Edo State is supposed to produce an Esa man for candidate. You now rigged it against Esa men for you to produce somebody that is guaranteed to face a huge challenge. How can Peter Obi have mouth to talk and come to campaign for that candidate in Esa land to say, okay, my dear brothers, my dear obedient, my dear Labour Party people, I know it was supposed to be Esa time to produce. APC did it, PDP did it, ADC even did it, but Labour Party failed, but still go ahead and support. How? Nobody's trying to
Okay,
burn the house down. We're trying to save the house. The only way we can save the house is for Abure and the current ESCO to do a proper congress and leave and let credible
okay,
people come.
okay.
I will
From what?
support
Okay,
Akpata
from what?
if Abure step down today. And I will go
Okay,
to Eastern land and convince them that it's not Akpata's fault. Akpata played the game and he won on the game. However, we cannot afford to lose opportunity to have a Labour government. But the people who caused this problem have gone. Lead person, Abure, Kelu Gbalo,
okay,
they must go. They must leave the
okay,
party or they will kill the party.
okay. From what you just said, I'm gonna ask a question based on what you just said. Okay, if Abure does not go, like you said, Abure must go. Does that mean that the obedient movement or the obedient movement are ready or willing to bring down the entire Labor Party in Nigeria?
They're not bringing down Labour Party. They're trying to save Labour Party. Labour Party, under Abure and the current disposition, they are the one bringing it down. They are the one burning out the house. The obedient movement are trying to pour water to stop them burning down the house for their selfish interest. The reason why Labour Party have crisis right now is because of Abure and its current ESCO selfish interest that is not motivated by future planning, but long-term goal or growth of the party. They are the one burning down the house. So let's put the question where the question should be. Let's accuse the right people where we should be accused. Why is it that Abure is
Okay,
always facing different question about his character, about his management, about his personality? It's time for him to just do the right thing. Save Labour
okay,
Party. Abure
oh,
step aside and let the rightful person step in.
okay. Let me ask you this again. I'm going to rephrase the entire question in one simple words. Uh, what is your main reason for asking Abure to step aside or for Abure to go? What has he done? Has Abure been convicted by any court, any court of jurisdiction in Nigeria?
Abure doesn't, in leadership is not because you committed a crime. Hence, you
So
should step aside. Hold on.
what's the
A leader
essence of
is the
asking
result
Abure to go?
because the results have been terrible. We've conducted 3 gubernatorial elections. We've conducted even in Edo State, forget the local government. After we conducted all the state elections that we failed woefully under Abure. The only success Labour Party had was during the campaign on February 23rd when Peter Obi was on ticket. And many people won their ticket based on that. But every election after that, the party have failed woefully. And they've milked out aspirants to the core. They've taken advantage of so many aspirants, and they've not even given them the right support. So What the current disposition leaders are doing are milking the cow. The cow is dry. There's no milk to milk anymore. What people like myself are saying is, before they kill the cow, where we have no more milk to milk, it's time for new leadership. It's not about saying that Abure is committed. I've not said Abure have committed any crime. I'm saying it's leadership of chaos, of contradiction. It's leadership of setting people against the chairman and chairman against people, of confusion. Needs to stop. It's not letting the party grow. Look at evidence, empirical evidence. After February 23rd, every election, with as massive as Labour Party were, they failed. Why have they failed? And if they failed this woefully, and Edo will be another classic example. If Labour Party fail Edo State, Labour Party is dead. Labour Party is dead.
Thank you. Let me stop you there. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back again.
Thank you.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Thank you. If you are just joining us on this program, please share the video and like, and also send us your comment. Okay. Are you very much aware of the history of Labour Party? If I can take your mind back, we had the former national chairman of the person of Dan Uwayang, who I know very well. I've met him on several occasions in Edo State. Then the secretary to Dan Uwayang was the person that took over from Dan Uwayang and became the national chairman, who later died and Abure took over. Are you aware Abure is the first national chairman that has been able to produce Senate, House of Rep under his leadership? Are you aware of that?
Let's look at that critically. Hello? Let's look at that critically. You understand? Let's not just give credit without actually looking at the depth of that credit. It was a chance of circumstances that led to that. If we're to go back, before then, Abure was the chairman before 2023. Nothing was achieved. The only success came when Peter Obi joined the party. And the reason Peter Obi was able to join the party was because of Patumi. If Patumi has not played a pivotal role, including stepping down for Peter Obi, we would not have had the success we had on the 23rd of February 2023. Now, this is where we should have started judging Abure's credibility to lead. Every election after that, how did they plan? How did they organize? How did they support the candidate? And every election since then, he has failed. Everybody who won election that time can tell you they got minimum or zero support from Abure. What did Abure actually do to support them? So let us just give a blatant credit to somebody. Yeah, it was a fortunate circumstance that I was the chairman at the time. He won, Peter Obi joined, and those people won their ticket or won their seat. It's like saying I'm the president of Nigeria and Super Eagles won the Cup of Nations or won the World Cup. As such, I get the credit for them winning it, not the coach, not the players, not the sponsors. You understand? You can't say that. So we cannot just give him the credit without being critical. And we cannot say the areas that he has failed, we should gloss over it because we're able to have some some other people in the House and in the Senate. We have to look closely and critically. Let's look at the last 4 governors from Lagos State all the way to Kogi State. What did Labour Party play in it, and what was their success under Abure? They've all failed. They've all failed woefully. What happened in Edo State? Even APC could get it right. When Oshomole tried to impose somebody from Benin, regardless of Oshomole's personal vendetta against Edo Central, the party stood up and said, no, this is not going to happen. It's time for Asa Manton. What happened in PDP? Even the sitting deputy governor was trying to use his influence and his office to demand and claim the ticket. But the party said, no, it's time for Asa. We have a gentleman understanding. Abure and the current ESCO broke that gentleman understanding because Akpata was able to pay them billions to get the ticket. That's not Akpata's fault.
So what you are telling me and what you are telling me today and telling my audience all over the world is that Akpata bribed his way in order for him to secure the ticket for Labour Party. Is that what you are telling us?
It's an open knowledge. It's not a secret.
Is that what you are telling us? Do you have evidence to buttress what you're telling us?
Okay, let's just break this down. Akpata donated 1 million to all the local government chairman. He bought buses for the state chairman. We also know
which is normal. Which is normal. Everybody wants to build a party.
Okay, fine. I'm building it up for you, right?
Yeah.
I'm building it up for you. Okay, people are saying, I'm not. People are saying, even the NWC, Akpata gave them 5 million, promised them more money. I'm not saying that. That's what people are saying. If they give him the delegate list,
that is essay. That is essay. For me, I don't believe in essay. I believe in evidence.
Hold on.
I believe in evidence.
Hold on. Let me finish now. I'm getting to the point. People are saying that I'm going to tell you where you're beginning to believe essay as fact. This is not Akpata's fault. Akpata played by the game. They demanded up to $1 billion or more from Akpata, the Abure and NWC. And Abure was saying some of these candidates, including Sergius Ogun, that are supported, that doesn't have money. No money to win the election, money to pay them to support him. You understand? And guess what happened? Kenema Swagbo, even for in Eastern Land alone, the total delegate from Eastern Land is 102. The highest person who got the highest vote from Eastern Land is Kenema Swagbo. He got only 7 votes. Kenema Swagbo told me personally, he gave Abure 300 million and he gave NWC 200 million. Still, he only could get 7 votes. Honorable Sergius Ogun, who was a 2-time House of Rep member, in his own district area that I cover, I only got 4 votes. You tell me from Eastern Land, only 4 votes, all the whole election, over 300, almost 500 delegates. How many delegates, total delegate Akpata got? 116. That is, he cleared the whole house. Now, why is Kenema Swagbo in court today? Kenema Swagbo in court is taking Labour Party to court because the delegate list on the day was being changed and manipulated. And many of the names they were calling out on that day, they are Hausa name, Yoruba name, that has no relevance to Edo State. Not because there are no Yoruba or Hausa people in Edo State, but those lists are bogus. That was the reason why Kenema Swagbo is in court. So what happened? If everything was skewed to favor Akpata, if Kenema Swagbo has spent 500 million, didn't get the ticket, it means you can deduce with common sense. Just common sense deduction. It means Akpata must have given them more than what Kenema Swagbo has spent to win the ticket. If a person like Sergius Ogun, whom I think would have been the better candidate, refuse to give them money apart from buying the ticket, and he now lost woefully to 4 votes, it means money have exchanged, and that's why he lost. He didn't lose on merit, he didn't lose on integrity, he didn't lose on value, he lost that I could not buy the delegate or buy the officials to get the right vote.
Well, let me stop you there. Well, everything you've said, for me, I still see it as an alleged allegation because there are no evidence.
It's an alleged allegation that the result justified.
That is one. Secondly, we are not going to, because of Barrister Julius Abure, the national chairman, what he did or what we allege he did to destroy the entire House of Labour Party. If you love Labour Party like the way I do, you also probably be looking at it from a different perspective. Personally, Abure is my brother, is my friend. But Abure, like you and I know, Abure is a very self-selfish, self-centered person. He's selfish. He doesn't care about anybody else but himself. I am not going to, because of Abure, call for total destruction of Labour Party. I do not owe Abure $1, 1 penny, 1 pound, 1 naira. Abure is a very self-centered person. I know that already. I don't have to be told. Abure is also a betrayer. I know that already. If he can betray Chief Dr. Patrick Osage-Olo, known as Ultimate Equal, paid Abure form, nomination form, to become the Deputy National Secretary of Labour Party in Nigeria before he became the National Chairman of Labour Party. Ultimate Equal sending 400,000 naira. I have the receipt with me. That brought Abure to the national level. If Abure can betray Ultimate Equal, he can betray anybody else. I don't care about Abure. Honestly, I don't care about him. But I care about Labour Party. I care about the existence of Labour Party. Like I've always told people in the past, if everybody were to dish Labour Party, I will be the last man standing for Labour Party. Because the ideology of Labour Party is something that I believe in so much. For me, I don't care about Abure. Whether Abure go or Abure don't go. For me, it's how are we going to deliver Edo State? The infighting within the Labour Party today is as a result of some persons who are dissatisfied by the outcome of the primary because they feel that the governorship ticket should have gone to Edo Central, which I am a firm believer of that. But the primary has been done and dusted. Now our primary focus should be how do we deliver our candidate for Edo State. PDP has their own infighting. APC also have their own infighting. They have their own problem. Now, Labour have the clear chance of taking over Osadebe Avenue, which is my primary focus. I don't care about Abure. Abure can go to hell. I don't care. He is the national chairman. But I believe also, I'm coming. I will allow you to speak, please. I believe also there is a time limit for his office. And also, I have done my own research. He has the tenure Abure is currently occupied is the tenure of the former president of Labour Party, chairman of Labour Party that passed away, the guy from the north. So Abure also has the right to contest if there's a primary, if there's a convention tomorrow, which is he has the right as a Nigerian and a member of Labour Party. If he contests with other party faithful and he emerges, that is fine. But my own idea is we shouldn't bring Labour Party down all because of one man. Abure is just one man. Then also, the NLC National Labour Congress of Nigeria, they are also trying to hijack the party, which I'm very privileged to that information. They are trying to hijack the party because they were unable to fuse in their members across the entire 36 states, and they are also members of the National Working Committee. They are also doing their own. While also the opposition party also have their own mole or stooge who are in the Labour Party to destroy the party. So we should try as much as we can to ensure that we don't bring out the entire party all because of Barrister Julius Abure greediness. That is where, and also I can see that you are so pained that the ticket was not zoned to Eastern. But that is done and dusted. Our primary focus now should be how do we deliver the candidate of Labour Party to ensure that Labour Party wins the governorship of Edo State come 2024, September 2024. That should be our primary focus.
Quick
and again, if you can give me three reasons today on this platform why Barrister Abure must go. Three things that he has, three things that is very, very vital to the root of Labour Party. I personally will call on Abure to resign on this program.
Barrister Abure is the catalyst of all the trouble Labour Party has from the onset. Barrister Abure is the catalyst to it. I do not want to repeat the things I've given you 4 good examples of gubernatorial race that the party went the wrong way and failed, right? I want to focus on one thing you said, where you say we cannot burn the house down or destroy the party because of the selfishness of Abure. No, we are not trying to burn the house down or destroy the party. We are trying to prevent the selfishness and the blindedness and self-interest of people like Abure at the National Working Committee from actually burning the party down or destroying the party. In order for us to now bring parity and peace, for us to fight adequately, the root cause of all this distraction and problems, let's remove it. Let's remove that distraction. Bring in a fresh blood that will now be able to go around and say, hey, some people, yes, we screwed up. The way it was organized was wrong. Let's join force. This is a new thing. This is a new leadership. Let's join force to now deliver Edo State. The same person who screwed it up cannot go back and say what? Knowing fully well, all of us know that it was in his power to do the right thing, and he failed. He failed to. You know, to make this man speak to people, leaders of Eastern land, and speak to people in Benin, Edo State. If they speak to people in the north, they will tell you the same thing. They're not different. It's easy for people who are not from Eastern, who are in the diaspora, to look at it from a subjective matter. It's more emotional. It's more painful. It's more personal than that. And every Asian person know at least another 2, 4, 5, 6 people who are not from Asian land. So you cannot beat a child and tell that child not to cry. You cannot call a child a bastard and tomorrow call that child your child. It's not possible. You cannot deprive a child and expect that child to love you. It's not possible. If Abure duly care about this party, if the NWC people duly care about this party, they should not be afraid of the made-up enemy they have made up to keep themselves in power, to make themselves feel like they are the only person that can lead this party. I'm a fervent defender of Abure. I love Abure. I'm a fervent defender of Abure. I've not said Abure have committed any crime. I've not accused him of any crime, but I'm making it very clear that his management style and his management skill and his ability to drive this process forward to get a greater, better result that will lead to a successful 2027, he lacks it. He's incapable to do that because Abure is not driven by a vision or a purpose. He's driven by self-interest. A majority of the people in the NWC are driven by self-interest, not a collective interest of growth. Hence, they must leave. I've not accused them of anything. There's a lot of accusation flying. Have I called Abure a theft or accused him of embezzling any money? No. I'm focusing on results and his management side. From Lagos election we lost, how he didn't participate actively to make it happen. Even starting from the presidency, how over 45,000 polling booths wasn't mined. We have no polling agent, no result agent, nothing. Coming to the Lagos state election, coming to the other state election, every aspect, Labour Party have played a zero-sum game. The officials have only looked after themselves. At no point when the Bayelsa state candidate made the allegation that they collected 100 million from the opposition and they sent 50 million to Abure and sent 50 million to the as ESCO in Bayelsa state, collected, there was no point of redress or address. You can speak to the Bayelsa state candidate. If you need this number, I'll send it to you and you can interview him as well. And what happened in Imo as well? Now, the same thing has happened in Edo State, where the popular, we don't say it must be I or there. It must be an Esa man turn. For a gentleman understand agreement. Oshomole understood that. At the end of the day, back down. APC, PDP understood that. Why can't Labour? Why can't Abure, who is also an Esa man? Abure betray Esa people. So we cannot, as an Esa man, a pure breed Esa man, with my hand on my chest, very proud Esa man, I cannot stand for foolishness because Abure is my brother. So therefore, I should not speak up. Or I should just accept it because Abure is my brother. That would be wrong. That would be hypocritical. I'm a man of integrity and honor. I'm a chief, a traditional one. I speak my mind. If I'm wrong, I will apologize. But if I'm right, I will fight on the ground of righteous deed. Abure is my friend and my brother. But it is a truthful friend will tell another friend. It's a truthful brother will tell another brother, you are wrong. It's time for you to move on. And that is what I'm saying to Abure. Abure is not a bad man, but it's not the person to lead the party further.
Let's take a quick break. If you are just joining us, please share this video and send us your comments as well.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Thank you. If you are just joining us, please subscribe to this channel and share this video. We're still on the topic. Who are those individuals attempting to dismantle Labour Party in Nigeria? Yes, we know Labour Party has been having some infighting, internal crisis. The NLC trying to take over the leadership of Labour Party in Nigeria. All the allegations against Barrister Julius Abure, the national chairman of Labour Party, even though all the cases have not been proven. However, that does not warrant for us to start calling for the removal of Barrister Julius Abure. Yes, Barrister Julius Abure is someone that I know personally, but that doesn't mean I am not going to tell him the truth when it's time for me to do so. I care about Labour Party. I don't care about Barrister Julius Abure. Labour Party, but before Barrister Julius Abure, there was Labour Party. After Barrister Julius Abure, there will always be Labour Party. My own belief and my own idea is to see a Labour flag at the Osadebe Avenue in Benin, Edo State, Nigeria, and to also see the Labour flag at the Aso Rock in Nigeria. That is my belief. That is my hope and dream. Not just Barrister. I don't look at Barrister Abure alone. I look beyond Barrister Abure. So whatever that is going on between Barrister Abure and the party, I do not care about it. What I care about is the party. It's growing the party, moving the party forward, having a party for the masses, party that will be able to represent the interest of the people, the commoners. Because the two political parties that we've had over the last few years in Nigeria, most especially the APC that was formed prior to 2015, has brought Nigeria nothing but untold hardship. Everyone can attest to that today. So, I have my brother here in the studio, Chief Dr. Matthew Ahumohen. We're discussing on the issue of Labour Party, or are those that is trying to bring down the party, all because of one man. So, my brother, I'm back again to you. What do you
Good.
think is the
Well,
what do you think is the way forward for the party in order for us to let's focus on the party? Barrister Abure is one individual. It doesn't. Barrister Abure is not important when it comes to the affair of the party as a whole. The party is supreme than any human being.
it's
We are.
paramount. The
It's,
party is paramount. I've always said
that is
that.
it.
It's
That is it.
but let us be very careful here. I'm not one of those who are trying to attack the party to bring the party down because of Abure. Not part of that camp. I'm not the camp of people who are falsely accusing Abure of any criminality. I'm not none of those camps. I'm not the part of those who are trying to sow seed of chaos in the party to cause confusion, to disavow. I'm not. I'm one of the very few people within the party saying it's time for righteous growth, for righteous indignation in every party, that we cannot critically look upon ourselves and address concern. That's no more a party, that's a court. And I don't belong in a court. Those who honestly, people like I, who honestly criticize Abure and demand that it step aside, like people like Ultimate Equal, we carry the burden and the interest of the party greater than anything else. Nobody will accuse Ultimate Equal or people like CP Badin to say, who are saying, forget CP Badin, Ultimate Equal, people like Ultimate Equal, who are saying that Abure should go. They are anti-party, or they've been bribed, being pushed, or they're trying to destroy the party. Nobody will say that Ultimate Equal. I'm in the camp of Ultimate Equal, who we've looked at this current dispensation underneath this current leadership to say it's time for change. We are not trying to burn the party. We are trying to save the party from self-inflicted destruction by the people like Abure. Abure needs to step aside and allow a new leadership. The NWC needs to be reformed and allow new leadership. And we cannot allow people who are scaremongers to say, oh, Apapa people, the NLC are trying to implant or put some stooge to take over the party. So therefore, we should keep the current people who have failed using any metric, who have failed woefully, to remain in power. You can say the same thing about the presidency. We don't need to change the presidency, because this guy, if we allow somebody else to come and rule, they would destroy everything. As such, we should let this person continue to rule. You know what we call that? That's dictatorship, even worse than communism. I'm a Democrat. And as a Democrat believing person, change is inevitable. Change is part of life. Change allows us to evolve and grow. We cannot allow the fear of unknown to stop us from changing. The comfort of today does not mean it's the best thing we can have. Sometimes change is painful, and change requires us in order for us to go. And for this reason, we must change. And the way we can change, we cannot change by the same people who's caused us the problem, who's brought the shame, who's brought disrepute, who's damaged our credibility, and at the verge of destroying the party. They are not the savior. They are not the savior. We need to rescue Labour Party from the current WNC underneath Abure. They're trying to keep themselves in power, not necessarily trying to grow the party, develop the party, change the party for better. They all must go, starting from Abure. If they truly believe they've done the best they could, they should not be afraid to go into open primary. Go into open the primary and let people challenge them. And they go on the floor and campaign.
Yeah,
And then try to win their seat.
Thank you so much. Let me come in here. Talking about the person of Chief Dr. Patrick Osagi Magbon Eolo. Yes, I've seen some of his video, and I cannot say that Patrick is speaking on the side of injustice against the removal of Abure, or for Abure to go, because Patrick, Chief Dr. Patrick Osagi Magbon Eolo, has been a patriot when it comes to the issue of Labour Party. He has been a sole financier of that party. That I'm not told, I am aware of it. There was a point in time in the history of that party when Chief Dr. Patrick Osagi Magbon single-handedly paid the bills of that party. Yes, I am aware of that. And it's very sad to see that he's calling on his friend, his boy. He made him to become who he is today. He pushed him to the national level. He single-handedly paid for his form as the deputy national secretary of the party for him to ask him to step aside. Yes, I know he's probably dissatisfied with his style of leadership. But again, I think and I believe it will be fair to Barrister Julius Abure to be allowed to contest the upcoming convention. If he failed, if he win, that's fine. If he lose, that's fine. Then he can step aside. That's my own opinion. And I want to also ask you a question. What is your take on the convention? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid? Are you afraid of the upcoming convention? Are you afraid?
I'm not afraid of the convention. I don't really afraid. The rules of the convention is unfair. They stop obedience that just joined the party within 2 years not to participate. Apologies.
Yeah, but don't you think that is part of the constitution of the party? Have you seen the constitution of Labour Party?
They are afraid of true challenge. That is what it was. They are afraid. Man made the law. Man can amend law.
Have you seen a copy of the constitution of the Labour Party?
Law were not made. Man made laws. Law did not make man. Man made laws. Man created laws. Law did not create man. So, regardless of it, it's a law that can be amended, adjust, and be placed right. Apologies, I will have to cut this meeting short. I want to quickly give my final words because another meeting is waiting for me.
That's fine.
I'm Chief Daniel Igongo Akumoke Matthews, a very proud Edo Esa man. I want to make this very clear. I, Chief MD, as popularly known, will be supporting an Esa man, and I will remain an obedient and a Labour Party member. I'm not against Akpata, who is a personal friend, but I'm making a clear stand that morality, integrity cannot be compromised or be sold. I am not Esau that will sell his birthright for a loaf of bread and porridge. Neither am I Judas that will collect 30 shekels and betray Jesus Christ. I'm a true son of Odugbe, Amedoshan, Esaland, and I will do what is right by my people. I will support an Esa man. God bless you.
Thank you so much, my brother. It's always it's my pleasure having you here in the studio today. My fellow Nigerians, I want to end this program by saying we cannot bring down the entire party all because of one man. We must look beyond just Barrister Julius Aburi as the national chairman. He has a time limit in office, like I said, and I'm sure even though he contests during the upcoming convention, if he wins, that's fine. He has 4 years. If he loses, I'm sure he will gladly step aside. I have nothing personally against him. He's my friend, he's my brother. But there are always times in life when you have to take a certain decision. Doesn't mean the decision could be against or for. So at this point in time, let's do the needful. Let's try and you know focus on winning the 2024 governorship election in Edo State. That's my paramount interest in ensuring that the flag bearer of Labour Party, in the person of Barrister Barrister Osaigbobu Akpata Olumide Akpata, wins the next becomes the next governor of Edo State. That's what I hope for. That's what I hope to see. And I thank you so much for always being part of this program. Whenever I come on air to bring you some good news regarding Labour Party in Nigeria. I say on this note, I say thank you and goodbye.